I'm your host, Mike Mercado. I want to thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Well, we have a very cool episode, a treat for all our listeners. Joining us on today's show is a local comic book writer, part of the family here at WSBC, WNDZ, and WCPT. It is Greg Porter. He is one of the people behind the brand new comic book, SHOWTIME, that is now available everywhere and having an awesome release party this coming up weekend. We talk about the creation of the comic book, what it's like being a comic book creator in today's climate, and so much more. It is an awesome interview, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get to Greg and the SHOWTIME comic, make sure you're following us all over the universe. We're on Twitter at Mike and Media, Instagram, Mike Mercado Media. And if you missed any one of our interviews, any one of our shows, you can find us on every major podcast platform over at Mercado Airwaves Network, and check out the video version of our podcast over on youtube.com/Mercado Airwaves Network. Don't forget, follow us every single Sunday night on our sister station over at WCPT 820 AM for the Sports Cubicle with Dan Marver, Devin Tingle, Paul Shivari, and myself, Mike Mercado, as we break down all the major news sports stories nationally and local. That's the Sports Cubicle on WCPT 820 AM. And if you have a foundation, a charity, someone who should be spotlighted here in the city of Chicago for the awesome work they're doing in our community, make sure you send us an email over at outreachradiochicago@gmail.com. One of the creators of the brand new comic book SHOWTIME, Greg Porter, joins us next. I'm Mike Mercado. Greg, my brother, thank you for joining us here on the show. Congratulations on the drop of SHOWTIME. It has finally happened. There it is. It's been a long journey for you and the entire team, but here we are on the week of the release, the big shindig, everything happening at this given moment. We talked about some of the off air about just you and the team and how you guys are just in the middle of this crazy season. And now that we're here, I mean, can you believe that we actually got to this moment?
It's been like 4 years of just work, like failures, successes, Yeah, man, just like when I got this printed, it was just nuts to have. Then it sold out the first time. I was like, oh, this is just a little gem here. So I'm super excited to keep getting it out to more people and just getting some laughs out there and sharing the story a bit.
And for those of you who don't know Greg, he's obviously a family member here on WCPT and on the Sports Cubicle. Of course, Queen Bee, Lady B, if you are a diehard. Yeah, to moms, the queen of WCPT. And we are so proud of what you and the team have done and the work that you guys have put into it. And of course, to Mama for raising such great kids that she has. And when you wrote this book, when you guys are illustrating this book, when you guys are promoting this book, when this comic, this story, this passion project becomes a reality, how satisfying is it to know that all the for our sports fans here, all the game planning, all the practice, all the time in the weight room, that equivalent of what you were guys were doing with this book, now to see it come to fruition, just the outpour and the work, is it satisfying, or is it almost feel like there's a next thing to do?
Yeah, so it's definitely both. It's like when McGregor won the 145 title. Like, all right, man, it's lit, it's cool, man, this is an awesome feeling, but hey, I want that 155 too. And just kind of what it feels like. I did something. This is cool. I'm seeing the fruits of the labor, prosper. But I want more now. I want to do eventually more than just comic writing. But it's just a nice big step, and I appreciate everyone just reading it, telling me good reviews, bad reviews, mixed reviews. I'm just loving the response to it in general. So yeah, it's both. But I definitely I'm definitely one of those like hyper, like I gotta just always gotta work. Or my mom tells me all the time, you gotta take a break. So this summer is kind of like, let me just chill. We're gonna drop some more work. I got some more stuff coming, but I just want to take it in a little bit. You feel me? Just take it in.
And I guess when you're at this point now in the process, right, where it's just up now to the zeitgeist, to the universe, to the fans to be able to digest this and do something with it. Do you ever get nervous at this point? Because we know how much the universe loves this genre right now. I mean, you're
Yeah,
seeing what's going on. Comic Con has never been bigger. The Wizard Con, that's now this new festival, has
Fan
never gotten
Expo.
bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fan Expo is not getting any bigger. I mean, C2E2 isn't getting any bigger. I mean, these things are getting huge. And now we have fandom, we have Disney's
yep,
own thing. And,
yep.
is it, do you feel like the judgment and the critique and also the praise you're gonna get is different than other generations of writers? Like, shout out to
Yeah.
all the amazing great writers, but now you guys are in it where we're critiquing comic
It,
books and graphic novels like we do sports, politics, music.
yeah, it's no, you pretty much hit it on that. I was just watching the Milestone Generations documentary. You guys should check that out if you get the chance. And yeah, it's definitely just a different world, like you said. Like everyone's in your face about it. Everyone's in the world of social media just made it so easy to critique, so easy to show you love. So does it worry me? Nah, me and my team, we've been doing this for a while, Like I got mad, put a quote up. It was like, yeah, I'm the rookie and the vet, man. I've been putting in so much work. Like it seemed like this is my first year, but nah, we've really been in the grind. So I'll take bad reviews for what they. I'll take good reviews for what. I'll just take everything for what it is, because at the end of the day, I'm doing it for y'all anyway. So I'm just here to just do my part and just call it a day. You feel me?
It's funny. The first time you and I connected and we were talking about this book as it was getting ready to be released and for the universe to finally get its hands on it. And the first thing I turned to him like, hey, as a Latino, it's pretty cool to see that Miles
Yeah,
Morales has kind of made an impact. And now Latino men and Latino Afro men and white Latinos and all different
yeah,
nationalities could be represented in this comic book. And obviously Showtime having not only in the entertainment world, but in the sports world, how
yeah,
much we know Showtime has to deal with it. For you, culturally, and for how much you
yeah,
love this genre, how much you love
yeah,
this art form, but also representation and not just, speaking about it, but actually
yeah.
being about it.
Yeah, you got to
This
do it. You got, yeah.
this character, tell me, I mean, how did this all come together, and
Oh man,
how do we get here for Showtime to be the generation where, this dude is gonna be one of those guys?
it's crazy because I remember I was reading Miles Morales before he blew up, man. Before the Spider-Verse thing, it was like 10 years ago. I was like 19, 18 when I discovered this dude. I'm black and Puerto Rican for everyone out there. So it was dope just reading about that. And I experienced both cultures in my household. I got the arroz con gandules, but like I got the soul food all in the same, all in the same damn holidays. So it's
Wepa.
awesome to, you feel me? I get to experience all of that. And then as I was writing Showtime, I wanted him to be a lot about me, but also my kid. I have a daughter as well, and she's multiracial. She's Mexican as well. So I just want her, and I want all kids, like, and feel proud of where you coming from. Hey, be prideful, man. That Latino pride, like, hey, we take that. That's our stuff. Let's imbue that back into people. Then my black pride, just me as a black man, making it here is not something I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be almost 29 years old releasing a comic book for you guys to read. It's not something I'm supposed to be doing. You feel me? So I just want to show everyone that, hey, just put the work in. It can be done, and no matter how long it takes, it doesn't like it's like a 4 or 5 year process here. Honestly, it's a couple times I wanted to quit, but here we are. So I just
So,
really wanted to show that.
and I think now that goes right into what the book is actually about, what this
Yeah.
story is actually about. So, without getting into spoilers, because we got to wait until it gets its own universe on Amazon or
Yeah.
Netflix, and you make 100 books, we
Pretty
got to
good.
make sure that we have to keep spoilers away.
Um.
But what is the synopsis of this story that you
So
guys have worked so hard on?
so Showtime's it's about solving the unsolvable question: what is the purpose of life?
Mm,
And this is posed by the in-universe creator Arthur, myself, known as Zero, in story, creating these two creations. They're like the antithesis of each other. We have one that went a different route, and we have one that Showtime is going a route. Which is when I was writing it, I was like, well, if you had superpowers, everyone thought it's either I'm gonna do some really bad stuff I'm gonna do some really good stuff. So I just took that core concept and wrote it. But also as I further like got 4 or 5 issues in, I was like, well, what's the question here? What's the question I want to ask that you can't answer with a yes or no question? What's the purpose of life? And that's what I want to get through in this comic. I don't know if I'll have an answer, by the time I end it, but I at least want to get that thought in everyone's head. What's the purpose and what are we doing this for? And we got a kid who just discovered, hey, I'm in a comic book and I have powers now. What am I going to do? So we're just riding that wave.
It's so intriguing to me, and it's so fun to see a story like this come from the imagination to a storyboard to a finished book. And to see the process and hearing your mom talk about it, hearing you talk about it, when we're off mic, and to see that you've gotten to this point, and now that this coming up weekend, if you're checking this out over on YouTube, on Facebook, on all the socials, that this is going to finally happen. And where for those who are in the Chicagoland area, how are they going to be able to support you this coming up weekend?
So this weekend, guys, at Mid Lane Esports, my boy Adam runs that, a good person. We're doing our comic release party for Showtime, and for my partner Legacy Blaze, my boy Shaquille Lopez. He's dropping his comic Legacy Blaze, and that's all about elementals, man. We're getting some really cool stuff there. Showtime, so if you guys can come support us at Mid Lane, it's right off the Logan Blue Line. Like, you can't miss it. It's like that weird train spot there.
Yeah.
Right, come meet us there, man. Have a drink with us, talk comics. I know everyone loves to have versus battles and be like, oh, who would win? Like, hey, come have those conversations with me. I want to have those with you. Let me tell you why Goku can't beat Superman for the 5th time.
There it is.
So just please come out. Follow us at Rising Eagle Comics too. We're making moves, y'all. We're making moves.
Oh, I am so proud of you, Greg. I'm so proud of everything you guys are doing. And this is going to be really exciting. What's it look like after this coming up weekend? What is the release going to be like? Are we going to go online? Does it look like fans can get their hands on at a local store? What's the plan moving forward?
Yeah, so it's available now digitally. It's on comicswellspring.com. It's available digitally. I always recommend, I'm a little old school, man. You got to get this. The tough thing, guys, is we're all working dads. It's all out of pocket. It's all out of pocket fun. So we got to stock up when we can. But I had some comics at G-Mart. They sold out really well right there off Logan Square. So I'll be dropping off a couple comics in a couple of spots here in the city. Back at G-Mart, there's a spot over there in downtown off Madison and Wabash. We'll go hit them up, see if we can, work something out. Honestly, I'm just a message away. You want a message to come by and pick it up? Just give me a call, give me a message if you know me. Pretty friendly. I feel like we shoot the talks. I'll give you a comic and I'll sign it. My signature is not good. You can't tell, but it's awful. For someone who does writing, my signature is trash. But hopefully I get better at time with it. But we're just gonna keep getting out there. Then we got some other work coming out for y'all. I don't want to spoil. We got a lot of work coming out this year.
And it's going to be great. No, it's going to be great. And if it's anything like you've been mentioning to me before, I'm excited for it. But for the sports fan, Showtime coming out. You can buy it digitally, check it out. And of course, reach out to us. We'll pass you along to Greg to make sure you get your hands on this awesome thing before it blows up. But before we let you go, we are on a sports show, Sports Cubicle.
Let's talk some sports, man.
Let's do a little sports talk. We had you're a huge UFC fan, MMA fan. We had a crazy couple cards. Brandon Moreno gets the interim title once again. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Awesome. Obviously, being of Mexican descent, seeing somebody like that win the title is obviously great. And just another interesting card with Amanda Nunes getting back her title from Juliana Pena recently. So I want to answer the two, the comic world, the entertainment world, and the MMA world. You have yourself a card, a 3-fight card, okay?
Yeah.
You got your opening match, you got your middle match, and obviously your main events. Give me, in each matchup, the comic book characters you want to see go against you.
All right, guys. All right. Just to start off the lower card, I see this battle a lot, so I want to bring it up. Nightwing versus Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Matt. That's all I'll say. I know we got the bad plan, but don't sleep on Matt. That's all I'll say. The man is nice.
So we got Dick
Man,
Grayson versus Matt Murdock. Daredevil, Nightwing. You're saying
don't sleep on
lookouts
it.
from
Don't
Hell's
sleep
Kitchen
on Matt.
Zone. Okay.
The man is nice, man.
Okay. Bloodhaven Zone is going to be a little upset right now.
Look, man, but Hell's Kitchen different. That's all I'm going to say.
That's real.
Hell's Kitchen
right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Co-main event, man. Oh, man. It's a good one here. CBC.
Some good ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to sit on it for a second. So I'll do a team thing. All right. I don't know if you guys watch like any of the Arrowverse like shows, like the Flash, stuff like that. So we'll get some live action. We'll put the guys from Titans, Dick Grayson, Beast Boy, Jason Todd, Starfire, Raven against Team Flash. That's Barry currently. And I feel like it's not a wash. Like I feel like it's not a wash. You put him against Flash. You got to put Iris in there because we are the Flash. We got to put her in there. We'll bring back Arrow just for the sake of him being alive for this.
Cisco.
We'll throw Cisco vibe, but like we'll amp him a bit. I feel like they didn't give my man justice towards the end. Give me season 4 vibe, like where the man was just and give me Frost when she's evil, and I feel like that's a good battle, but it's a decent toss up. You can argue both.
That's a tough one. I think I might go if it's peak Arrowverse, like peak Arrowverse.
I think peak.
That's peak. That's tough.
The thing with Barry might be the dude who calls them lose. That's all I'll say. Run, Barry, run.
Run, Barry. For all those wondering just how nerdy we really get into these nerds, the song that me and my wife danced to was the song that Barry sings to Iris.
That's awesome. You guys are great.
So there you go.
Awesome.
All right, our main event, my brother.
Main event here. Let's do. I'm gonna get a little different with you guys. Let's put Billy Butcher versus the Punisher. Let's get away from the superpowers. Let's just get hands and grimy with it. And I feel like that's and then just to make it even, guys, we'll use the show version, the MCU Netflix version, and we'll use the show version of Butch.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Butcher make it real competitive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Carl Urban, John Bernthal. Come on now.
They got 2 super badasses just ready to go with accents. Like I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Shout out to you, Greg.
That's
a great card. I can't wait to hear Bruce Buffer call it out for us on ESPN Plus. But with that, where can the people, the millions and millions of people,
and
the millions follow you? How can they help you out?
You guys could I'll give you guys my personal social media. You guys can just follow me at Greg Porter. You can also follow me on my business pages, Rising Eagle Comics. That's on Instagram. We're gonna get up on Twitter, guys. Don't worry, but we're on there. And on Facebook, we're really active on Facebook and Instagram. So we're always just a message away. If you guys want to talk about comics, you want to buy a comic, we got other merchandise. We're working on merch. So just reach out to us. Shout out to my team, John Murphy. That's my leader. That's my co-partner. And shout out to my boy, Shaquille Lopez. Like I said, he dropping Legacy Blaze. We're just a black dad-owned comic company. We're just trying to do something. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Mercado, for having me on here, man.
Stop it. I'm super proud of what you're doing, Greg. I'm proud of you and the group, man. And it's great times. It is showtime, and we are so excited to see everybody get their hands on it. Greg, all the best. We'll have you on when the drop happens.
You gotta have me again.
Oh, we will.
Have me again for some MMA. Let's do it.
And not just MMA. I got to argue about why Neymar might be taking Wakanda to task in a few months. But that'll be a conversation for a different day.
We're going to sit and talk about it. We're going to sit and talk about it. Y'all can keep the blue Pocahontas avatar people with y'all.
I'm not doing this with you. All right, Greg, you're the best, buddy. We'll see you guys soon.
I appreciate it.